All right, senior offensive tackle Brenden Jaimes. First question for Brenden. Evan Bland, Omaha World Herald.
Hey, Brenden, how are you today?
Pretty good.
Hey, I just wanted to ask one about Wisconsin. I mean, you're a senior, you've been around. Wisconsin's had control of this series for a while. What do you make about kind of their, I don't know, recent domination in this thing? But how much maybe has your team kind of closed the gap in recent years against the Badgers?
Yeah, I mean, over the years, they've obviously been very well coached, very disciplined, and um, obviously in my career, we haven't beat them. I think we've closed the gap quite a bit. I think the past couple of years, our run game has been very efficient. So I think that's probably going to be the plan going forward. But we just need to stick to what we know how to do and focus on ourselves.
Next up, Hale Varsity, Derek Peterson.
Brendan, Ethan Piper got a healthy dose of snaps in that first game. What did you see from him next to you, and what does he need to work on going forward?
Yeah, I saw a younger, inexperienced guy who just wanted to play football. I think that's his mindset. I don't think he cares where the coaches put him as long as he's on the field making things happen. Obviously, with inexperience, there's um, just things you need to work on that all young guys need to work on. Even some of the older guys, just like footwork and different types of technique and stuff. But overall, I think he played really well.
Sean Callahan, Husker Online.
Yeah, Brendan, you mentioned the success you guys had running the ball against Wisconsin. What is it you think about the game plan you've attacked them with that has allowed you guys to run the ball so successfully against them, particularly last year?
Just having that attack mindset, just going out there and hitting them first, and just staying on our blocks and finishing blocks and things like that. As long as we're man on man, I think Coach Frost and Coach Austin have a great scheme that they've put in the last couple of years, and that they're going to put in this year. And as long as we stick to that, I think we'll be fine.
Lincoln Journal Star, Chris Basnet.
Hey, Brendan, just wanted to ask, how did you guys kind of create your own energy up in Columbus with no crowd and just how different everything was? Did you guys have to do anything different to get yourselves, fired up, ready to go, or how'd that kind of go for you?
Yeah, I mean, for the online, I don't think we had to do anything differently. I think the energy comes from, within our group, within the person to the right, the person to the left. And, we didn't really have to hype ourselves up too much. I mean, we were playing Ohio State. If that doesn't get you hyped up enough, then, you really shouldn't be playing. But, yeah, we didn't really do anything different. Just try to focus on ourselves and the game plan and focus on what we needed to do. And, I think we did that pretty well last Saturday. We just need to eliminate some turnovers and dumb penalties, and I think we were right with them.
Also, Lincoln Journal Star, Parker Gabriel.
Yeah, hey, Brennan, just sort of building off of how you ended that answer there. Scott said on Saturday that, maybe a step slow getting to, a screen on the outside or a penalty here, those things stop drives. Do you feel like you're close to having some of those things cleaned up? And I guess, how do you go about, it's a pretty fine line. So how do you go about making sure those things are right now against Wisconsin?
Like I said before, I think everyone just needs to focus on doing their job and doing it 100%. I think if everyone has that mindset, our offense will work. I think it's when people start to overthink and, uh, just don't do their job 100% is when this offense doesn't work. Uh, you just need 11 guys doing 11 jobs to the best of their ability, and um, everything will work itself out. But going forward with Wisconsin, obviously they're a very well coached team, very disciplined, just like Ohio State, and we can't make the silly mistakes we made last week against them. Otherwise, same outcome.
Two more for Brendan. Andy Kendi, KETV.
Hey, Brenden, what were you most happy with Saturday?
Most happy with is the way we came out, especially in the first and second quarter. I think, from all the messed up things that we've had this offseason to playing football, to not playing football, to playing football again. I think through that adversity, I think that first half was very impressive, not only to the coaches but to ourselves. Obviously, need to learn how to finish and come out the second half with that same fire and energy. I think if we do that, we're right there with them.
Yeah, did that prove something to you? Give yourself some affirmation that what you're doing works that first half?
It's what we preach in the O-line rooms, to come out fast, come out hot, and to stay hot. And obviously that wasn't the case, so that's something that we need to work on, and I think we'll get it right this week.
And last one for Brenden, and we'll have DiCaprio after Brenden. Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, Brenden, if you look back at the last 4 or 5 games, I know it's over a long break, but it's primarily the same guys up front. How do you gauge the growth on the offensive line? Maybe going back to the Wisconsin game a year ago, and what do you see? What have you seen as far as the development of that whole group?
So we have an offensive line that a lot of people played last year, and we got all those guys back this year. So the inexperience excuse should no longer be a thing. It shouldn't be an excuse that we need to fall back on, because all of us do have experience. We do have games under our belt. And not only that, but we also have young guys who don't have any experience wanting to play and wanting to start and get on the field to get that experience, so that they can't use that as an excuse either. So I think the growth and development that we've had in the offensive line room has been the best since I've been here. Going from Ethan Piper to Turner Corcoran, those guys are always fighting to get on the field and not letting up. So I'm really happy for them, really proud of them, and I hope they continue that even after we're gone.
Great. Thank you, Brenden. We will be having DiCaprio Boodle here in just a second.
Okay.